From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Teresa and Joe's tell-all. Find out what went down in their first interview since their prison sentencing. And Mariah takes a shot at Nick Cannon. Is cheating to blame for their breakup? Plus, from the new movie Addicted, the always wild Tasha Smith is here. And boy band legends Nick Carter and Jordan Knight perform live. Now, here's Wendy.
Check them out, my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? From the neck down, great. If you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. I mean, you don't have to say you love it. It's just hair, like my wigologist Antoine says. And what I always remind people is when you have qualified people that, work with you and work for you, you let qualified people do their jobs. And sometimes you don't try to be a control freak. No, I don't like it. But guess what? He made it. He wanted me to wear it, and I said, okay, I will. It has a little purple in it, a little black. It's too dark. It makes me like the mean lady, you know what I mean? But anyway, wait, hold on. Last night, did you watch Dancing with the Stars? Yeah. Well, they did what we've been waiting for all season. Alphonse Ribeiro did the Carlton dance. So good. So good. He is so, he's so likable with that dance, and that character that he played, Carlton, is so likable. He got a perfect score. And like I told you in the beginning of the season, I believe he's going to win because Alphonse Ribeiro has the type of career and also personality. When you speak to him, everybody loves him. Young people, old people, like he's not offending anybody. And, and I, by the way, think that this is going to help his career. There are a lot of people that go on Dancing with the Stars, that want something to happen afterwards. And a lot of times it doesn't happen. Like Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. You know what I mean? He was on my season of Dancing with the Stars, and he went far. He was like eliminated maybe, third to last or something. And he's a likable guy, but we haven't seen or heard from him since, right? And remember, Urkel was on Dancing with the Stars. Easy on the eyes, likable. We haven't seen or heard from him since then either. But I think that this could work for Alphonse Ribeiro. I would love to see him like move next door on The Blackest Show or some sort of sitcom or something. Or you could just make it Carlton grows up and then he has his own family and he's still, goofy and likable and easy comedy to watch. Anyway, congratulations to you, Alphonse Ribeiro. Sadie Robertson from the Duck Dynasty family did a dance. Well, look, that's her partner, dressed up as one of the Duck Dynasty members, Mark Ballas. And that's Katie dressed up as a duck. This dance is such a fail. It was just so bad. Anyway, and for instance, she doesn't look like a duck. Why didn't she just do something like that Bork dress? Remember back in the day, Bork wore that? Yeah, now that's a duck. Anyway, Betsy Johnson was eliminated last night, even though she did a really impressive handstand. She's 72 years old. And look, yep, good. Good. Unfortunately, she did get eliminated, and Tony Dovolani was eliminated along with her. Oh, Tony. Oh, Betsy. But you know what? Welcome back to New York, Betsy, where you belong. I got to thinking about Mariah Carey hitting those bad, sour notes in Japan. And we talked about it yesterday here on Hot Topics. And, you know, but as the day progressed, I was like, wait, everybody has off days, you know? And besides, it's unnatural to be able to sing that beautiful anyway. So she's lucky that that voice is held out for 44 years. You know, but she's entitled to have an off day, plus, you know, the stress that's going on in her life and trying to deal with that. She decided, though, to do like a Jay-Z and Beyonce while she was singing. She changed the lyrics around, you know, talking about Mother Bleeper and you cheated and, you know, like that. So I think that might be like therapy, you know, until she can come back off tour and see a therapist. And we haven't heard her say one word about, you know, the whole split since this all happened. I mean, Nick has been firing shots, you know, being out and having a good time. And, you know, so she sent a subliminal message. Maybe she'll talk more when she gets off the road and, you know, is able to talk more. On a better note, we finally have a clear picture for you of Nick Cannon's Mariah tattoo on his back. This is how it looks. I mean, I don't like the tattoo. I mean, it's nice artwork. You know, if you're into tats, it's a nice artwork, and he has a nice canvas to put it on. You know, he's got a nice little body over there. But, you know, I guess maybe I don't like it because, first of all, I'm not a huge tattoo person, but the other thing is that he got it to cover the big Mariah. He shouldn't have gotten the big Mariah to begin with. Too big. You know, it's one thing to get something little and tasteful, but that is really big. And then I was reading this article in the Star magazine last week, and now I get why the Mariah name is so big. Because he fell under her spell from the moment he met her. Well, this is what I read in the article. Just a little bit of it. Look. Okay, so they were dating for like 3 days. And, no, hold on. They were dating for like 3 days. First of all, they met back in 2005. He presented her with the surfboard at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award. You know, the surfboard is the award. All right. So then they met up years later, and they dated for like 3 days, and she asked him to be the love interest in some music video that she was about to film in Antigua. So everybody gets on the private plane, and they start flying down to Antigua. When Mariah tells the captain, before we get to Antigua, stop at Disney, I want to fly the Tower of Terror. Look, that's a very random cuckoo thing, but you can see, like, the set-siders were saying, Nick just fell under her power and presence, you know? I mean, in addition to being a nice-looking woman, she was just able to click her finger, and the captain steered the wheel and headed down to Disney. Look. And they get on the ride, and then they leave. They go right back to the private plane, where the plane has to sit on the runway for 5 hours. 5 hours, you ask? Yes, because she bought her dog Jack you know, to go to Antigua and have fun. Well, turns out Antigua doesn't let you bring dogs in. So for 5 hours, while Nick and Mariah are held up back in the back bedroom, where I'm sure she's transifying him even more. Look, so her minions are scrambling in the front of the plane trying to figure out, you know, how are we gonna get this dog there? So they tap on her door, yes, darling. And one of her minions says, Mariah, they're not letting this happen. And Mariah says, call the Prime Minister. They called the Prime Minister and he said no too. So I'm sure Nick is still transified by all this, you know, high-powered mess going on, you know? I mean, he's successful, but he's not that successful. you know, to that point. So then, she had to tell, Mariah told one of the minions, well, then get on the smaller plane with the dog and fly him back to New York. And then, after 5 hours of sitting and going through, you know, this dog thing, they flew off to Antigua, where I'm sure they had more of a high-powered time. So I'm sure at that point, Nick was like, get me the biggest engagement ring I can afford and the biggest tattoo you can find. I'm not saying it's right, but in my mind, that's how it went down. He was seduced by her power, and that's why the tattoo's so big. I went to bed early last night. I wanted to stay up to see Teresa and Joe, but I fell asleep. Did you watch Teresa and Joe with Andy Cohen? Was it juicy? Did you think it was juicy? Clap if you thought it was juicy. Not so much. Only a few people clapped. Well, here's what my team assessed. First of all, Andy Cohen did the interview, and two things that shocked my team, and now I'm shocked too. They haven't told their 3 youngest daughters that they're going to prison. Now look, the youngest is 5, then the next one is 11, no, 8, and then the next one's 11. So their 13-year-old knows, but the other ones don't. Well, just take a look at this and then we'll talk.
What have you told the other girls?
Nothing yet. They don't know anything.
But Melania is how old now?
8.
She's 8, so she's in 2nd grade?
3rd grade.
3rd grade. So is she at school today?
Actually,
Yes.
Melania came up to me yesterday, Bev, and she goes, do you have something to say to me? And I said, like what? You know, and she's like, I don't know. So I think she knows. She's not like, it's not stupid, Melania.
Melania's very smart. But she's in 3rd grade. She went to school today. Don't you think she's gonna hear at school?
No, I don't think so.
You don't?
She is so less than smart and so delusional. Like to the point, it's like, it's sad. It's not even laughable anymore how dense Teresa is. First of all the kids have parents, and all the parents do kitchen table talk, and the kids these days, they listen to every damn word. So maybe the one in 3rd grade, okay, I'll give a pass. Maybe the 3rd grader doesn't know. But in 8th grade, kids are getting cell phones in 8th grade. They know how to get on the internet, and they're listening to parents' conversation. And then the 11-year-old, that's like practically a grown woman these days, the way these 11-year-olds think they know it all and try to get back at us. Where do they live? What planet are they on? Like, I mean, I know it's difficult to talk to your kids about a crime that you committed and you're going to jail, but it would seem to me that the best thing for them to do would be to tell the kids a long time ago that they're facing time. That way, every last moment that they spend with the girls counts, and they could also start to get them a little bit of psychological help, as well as steer family conversation to healthy places. Just really, Teresa? Anyway, so part 2, there's a part 2 to this interview, and it comes on Bravo on Thursday night at 9. I'm gonna do my best to stay awake to watch it. Thank you. I mean, in 3rd grade, they're already starting to call you names. I was called Fatso and Blackie by 3rd grade. So you mean to tell me nobody's gonna say, well, at least my mother's not going to jail. At least my mom is not on radar online every day. Delusional, Teresa. So anyway, Fantasia is in the middle of a really nasty custody battle. Not with the phone man that she met at the phone store, but with her original baby's father, the father of her 13-year-old daughter. He's not a bad-looking man, though, isn't he? Right? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know that he looks like that now. Clearly, that's an old picture, because we got it off of MySpace. He's kind of 2 Chainsian. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, look, okay, so the daughter is 13, And Fantasia's claiming that, that he's never been a part of this girl's life. And if you watch the Fantasia movie on Lifetime, he used to beat the stew out of Fantasia, and he wasn't a part of the daughter's life, although that movie was told from the perspective of Fantasia, and they always say there's two sides to every story. I don't know. All I know is, thank God that her daughter is 13, because now the daughter can tell the judge herself. I don't know who this man is. I don't want to be with him. Fantasia claims that he's never had a relationship with the daughter and he never paid child support. We tried to look to see what he does for a living. We can't find it. You know, Fantasia says that he's been capable of making money. I don't know. In the meantime, he's probably trying to get his 15 minutes of fame. You know, everybody these days wants to be famous, but you know what? This is going to backfire on him because now I'm sure the judge is not going to give this man custody. Maybe a little visitation, but at least the daughter's old enough, like I said, to say, I don't like daddy. I don't want to visit him. But now the judge is going to tell him probably to pay child support and probably pay the child support from 13 years ago and can catch up. In the meantime, Fantasia seems to be in a good place in her life. She's got a new boyfriend. His name is Kendall. That's a nice name. And here he is. They look like they're going to a fraternity formal or something like that, right? And he had a little criminal past. He bought a gun to school or something. Something happened many, many years ago. He's redeemed himself, and he founded what is his company? A courier service. Yeah, you know, driving around taking packages. So he's gainfully employed, and Fantasia looks happy, and he looks clean. It's going down still with Martha Stewart and Gwyneth Paltrow. Well, remember, it was Martha who started it, who said that Gwyneth needs to be quiet and stop trying to be the new Martha Stewart. And mind you, Martha's like a 73-year-old woman, you know, acting like a 5th grade schoolgirl. Very unbecoming, Martha. Gwyneth fired back, and guess how she did it? She hired Martha's ex-CEO to run her own Goop.com. And to me, that's how you get back at people. You don't fist fight them, you don't call them names, you give them one purposeful dig. Martha, the ball's in your court. Are you going to be childish and try to fight back, or just relent and realize that Gwyneth is winning? And I don't care that you're worth $300 million, and Gwyneth is only worth $60 million. This is not about money. It's about power. And that's not you. Martha, stop acting childish. It's not becoming. In the meantime, Jessica Simpson and her sister Ashley are doing something that I think that kids should attempt to do at least once in their life if their parents get a divorce and they don't get along. Because, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Simpson are divorced, and apparently they're not on speaking terms since the split. And the sisters are allegedly planning a family retreat to make them get along. I know. I mean, here's the thing. I know the saying is stay out of grown people's business and stuff, but this is not for Jessica and Ashley. It's for the grandchildren. I mean, you got Maxwell, Maxwell's brother, and Bronx. You know, Ashley's, oh, look at that lip. So cute. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so, but they're the grandchildren. And Christmas is just around the corner. Thanksgiving is coming. The kids have many birthdays and graduations and weddings of their own. And the mother and father have to be there. And they have to put on a united front and not cause a scene. So I vote for the daughters, you know, to take the parents away on a retreat. Only thing is that the grandkids shouldn't be there and their respective husbands shouldn't be there. It should just be about the original Simpson 4, you know. And Joe, don't bring your companion. And Tina, I haven't heard about you dating, so, you know, you're free. Anyway, good luck, Simpsons. Keyshia Cole has a brand new album. It's in stores today. Haven't heard from Keyshia Cole in a long time. Yeah? The album is called Point of No Return. Now, Keyshia is also coming back. Oh, studio audience, by the way, you're all going home with a copy. Yeah. By the way, more good news for Keyshia. She's coming back to BET with that reality show, and she's bringing along her sister and her mother, Frankie, and everybody. Yeah. Keep clapping, everybody. More great show for you. Boy band superstars Nick Carter and Jordan Knight are here. Their new song is called Switch, and it's hot. They're going to perform it. But up next, the always enjoyable and slightly crazy Tasha Smith is here. Don't move. The all-new Hot Topics just keep on coming. I give it to you straight, no chaser. We get the inside track on Hollywood's biggest stars from Star Magazine. And it's always a great time with Dr. Oz in the house.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
Is that it might not be reading purple on the camera. It's not black. There's purple in here, right? Anyway, you can see our first guest on the big screen in her new film. It's called Addicted, and on the small screen in Tyler Perry's hit sitcom called For Better or Worse. Take a look.
What is going on?
Y'all, let me tell you something. Something is up with him, literally, okay? I don't know what has gotten into him, but he wants to make love every single night, okay? And I'm tired.
Well, put me in, coach. That's what second string is for. I'm suited. I'm wrecked.
Please welcome back to our show, Tasha Smith. What is that?
Oh, I don't know. I'll show you. Hi, gorgeous. You look beautiful. I love
Always nice to see you. What's your pull up? Wait, let's pull. So, what are we wearing?
honey, I don't know who this is.
But it's hot.
It's hot. Only for you, honey.
Yes.
Only for you.
So, congratulations on the success of For Better or For Worse. You're in your 4th season?
Yes, 4th season.
And Tyler Perry's is going to have his first child.
Can you believe it?
No.
I gotta stop it, Wendy.
No.
I used to think he was asexual. I didn't think he had sex at all. Okay. No, but seriously, no. Stop it, Wendy.
I didn't say anything.
Stop it, Wendy. No, seriously. I mean, Tyler is like. He's like an uncle that never has sex. Like, serious. So I was just shocked, and I'm so happy for him. He's going to be a daddy. I used to think that he would be just the uncle daddy, you know?
Yeah. Have you met his girlfriend?
I have. She's gorgeous and beautiful and sweet and patient.
Is she
Honey,
showing
and
yet?
pregnant.
Is she showing yet?
She is pregnant.
Wow.
Like, I'm kind of mad at him. He beat me and my husband to the punch.
Okay, so the last time that you were here, your husband, by the way, I know, 5th anniversary coming up?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The last time that you were here, I remember you talking about desperately wanting to have a baby.
Yes.
A lot of women don't put that out on national TV, so I appreciated your candor.
Yeah, you know I'm honest with you.
Yes.
You're my girl. I got to keep it real.
By the way, your husband's hot. This is a hot
okay,
picture.
is he hot?
This is a hot picture.
Yeah.
And you look like the pimpstress.
Okay, and I feel like it, honey. When he laid in my lap, it was over, okay? And Wendy, we are still trying to have a baby, okay? We're like having sex all the time. But as a matter of fact, we just got done. And I wanted to know, will
up
you...
in my green room?
Listen, up in your green room. I mean, why not? I'm ovulating. But Wendy, seriously, it's driving me crazy. Like, I'm trying to get pregnant, and if it doesn't happen this time, will you carry for me?
I'm 50.
I'm just saying. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if Kevin allowed you to carry, okay?
But you're 43?
43.
So would you consider adopting?
I would rather do surrogate before adopting.
Okay.
You know, if I can't do it, I'd rather find someone that will do it for me.
Now, look, I watch a lot of movies on the Lifetime.
Yes.
And the surrogates sometimes can be crazy.
Right, but that's why they got to talk to Dr. Phil, Ayanna, you, Oprah.
No, you got to get a good one. Like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Okay.
She has a good one.
Okay, maybe I need to call Sarah and see who carried for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Sherry? Well, I guess her surrogate's busy.
Honey, I don't want her surrogate. Okay, I don't want her surrogate. Okay, and nobody should ever want her husband. Okay, I shouldn't go there. But Wendy, Wendy.
It's the couch.
Okay,
it makes you talk.
It just keeps it really honest.
So now, I love twins, and I've always shared that with you guys. Tasha's a twin.
Yes.
But I saw that your twin shaved her head.
Yes, she did. Look at her.
She's got a nice shaped head.
Sidra Smith's head is beautiful, but my head isn't like that. Like, we're twins, but I tried. I had my husband shave my head to see if I could do it.
Okay.
And, honey, I got the lace front wig to pop back on that sucker. Because my head is so lumpy, it's wrong.
Yeah.
I can't do a bald head.
Yeah, you have to have the right shaped head to be bald. And also, you have to have like a meteor head so that you don't look like a snowman. You know what I'm saying?
I look like I had potholes everywhere. I was like, what's going on?
That was her kicking you in the head when you were in your mother's room.
You know what I say, right? I came out first. I say she kicked me out so she could chill by herself for 2 minutes, okay?
By the way, I was thinking about this interview, and I said to myself, you would make a good Donna Summer. You've got the cheekbones, and you are age appropriate to know her music and some of the isms. Yes. Donna Summer's movie is going to go either to the big screen or small screen. I'm not sure. I don't know, the big screen, because it's a Spike Lee joint.
Yes.
And Kelly Rowland has been vying for the role on social media.
She's gorgeous.
And she makes a good one too.
I think she would do great as Donna Summer. And honestly, I think at this point, I feel like I'm a little too old to play Donna Summers. I don't know, but I do.
No, you're not.
Really? But back then, she was like in her 20s, and I'm 43, fine and fabulous. Okay? I mean, I might be 43, but I'm still a little fine, okay?
Besides, you'll probably be pregnant at that time anyway.
Exactly.
You won't be available.
I mean, unless it was the pregnant Donna Summer, okay? Yes. But I think Kelly's going to do a great job. You know, did she get the part?
No. We don't know yet, but I think she should get it.
I think so, too. I love her. I think she'd be fabulous.
So, I don't know whether you shared this with me or not. Tisha Martin is your best friend?
My best friend since I was 16. We met at 16. I was 16. She was about 18, 19 years old in Camden, New Jersey. Tisha Campbell Martin. Yeah. And we met through an ex-boyfriend that had introduced us. I invited her to our house for dinner, and she said yes. I couldn't believe it.
She was already famous on Martin by then?
No, she wasn't on Martin. She was in School Days and Little Shop of Horrors and all that. But for her to say yes to come to my house in Camden, New Jersey, I was so happy. We cleaned the house, sprayed it down with Lysol. Okay, we got it ready, right? I mean, it was ready. It was clean. We had fried chicken. It was great. And she comes over, and literally, as soon as she sits down, a mouse ran over her foot. I was like, no! I said no. And do you know, Tisha's like, it's okay, but the rest of the time, she ate with her feet up like this. She was like, it's okay. I'm from Newark. It's okay.
Wait. From Newark. Hey, Newark. Look, no, put your feet on my DSW shoe cam.
Yes, darling. I did this for you.
Yes.
Because you know I got to represent.
They're beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
DSW, everybody, you know, offers an assortment of fabulous designer shoe brands at irresistible prices, perfect for feeding your shoe addiction.
Yes.
Speaking of addiction, when we come back, I want to talk with Tasha about her sex addiction therapy.
Honey. Let's talk.
No, the movie's called Addiction, and she pays a sex therapist. We'll be right back.
But I don't want you to forget to be proud of yourself, too. For coming here, you know, it's not an easy step to take. And why don't we just try something? Maybe you can tell me
what brought you here.
We're back. Tasha Smith, that was a clip from her new movie called Addicted. It's based on one of those Zayn novels.
Yes.
You know Zayn.
Yes.
Zayn writes all about the
sexy stuff, honey.
Yes.
My mother told me one time really quick that she had, a friend of hers had given her a Zayn book to read at work. She said she was always in her little cubicle reading the book. I said, what, in her cubicle? At work reading Zayn, honey? Does she have a blanket over her lap? Okay.
So tell us about the movie.
Okay, well, the movie is about a woman that has a great family. She's Sharon Lill is married to Boris Kodjoe's character in the film, and she has a deep-rooted problem that she discovers during her therapy, which causes her to have this sex addiction. And mind you, I did not believe in sex addiction at all. I just thought you was a hoe, you just nasty, you just had to get it when you wanted to get it and give an excuse on why you getting it. But I did a lot of research on sex addiction, Wendy, and I am fully convinced that sex addiction is no different than alcoholism, drug addiction, gambling, all of it. It is an addiction that's connected to a mental disorder, and I don't think people just getting hot and hard all the time.
And now, your role, you play a therapist in the movie, and you're giving therapy
I'm giving therapy to the Sharon Lill character, helping her with her sex addiction.
And she gets around in the movie,
honey,
right?
She gets around.
Tyson Beckford's in the movie.
Honey, like William Levy, honey, who loves you, by the way. Tyson Beckford, Boris. I mean, first of all, Boris is her husband, honey. She can't even get enough from Boris Kodjoe, okay? She got to go to Tyson Beckford, and after not getting enough from Tyson, she got to go to William Levy. I mean, the girl is having sex. She's just having sex.
This is a movie that I've got to see.
Honey, she's having a lot of sex, though. You might want to have your bedroom ready after you go see the movie. You and Kevin might have sex. No.
Tasha Smith, thank you so much for being here.
Sis.
I love you.
I love you back.
And I gotta see this movie. It's called Addicted, and it hits theaters on Friday. Ask Wendy is next. I always applaud that. More huge discounts for my Wendy watchers. So I feel something luxurious and cashmere. And more sexy star power with Boris Kodjoe.
Thursday on an all-new Wendy.
And it's time to Ask Wendy. Everybody have a seat except for you. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How can I help?
Well, I have a very close friend of mine who's dating a guy that's just not a good person, very selfish, very arrogant, a history of cheating, and they're talking marriage, getting serious. They need to break up. How do I convince her to break up with him?
Stay out of grown people's business. and I get it. I get it about your friend, and it's hard to resist talking to her about this. But you know what? Go out on a limb and tell her exactly how you feel.
Right.
Now, there are two things that are going to happen. Either she's going to love you even more, or she's going to tell you, get out of my life.
True.
So you have to be ready to have the brave conversation and do it someplace privately.
Right.
But you've got to have fact. You can't just say he's not a good person. You've got to run it down. And just because he has a history of cheating doesn't mean that he's cheated on her. But, you know, I'd be more concerned with this bad person. Has he murdered somebody?
No, nothing like that.
All right, well, get your facts together and talk to your friend.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey. How you doing?
How you doing?
How can I help?
My name's Capricia. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, and he works the overnight shift, and he just gets weird phone calls sometimes from his coworkers. So I'm trying to see, should I do a drive-by at his jobs in the middle of the night to see whether he's at work or...
Do you suspect that he might be cheating?
Yeah.
And he works the overnight shift, so it would be very easy for him to cheat.
Exactly.
As far as the suspicious calls, unfortunately, when people work the overnight shift, I know because I used to work overnights in radio, 24 hours a day your phone is ringing. It's not unusual to get calls at 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning, but if I were you, I would rent a car, lay low, and get out there. Yes, put a tail on him. Yes, you're very welcome. Oh, there's a lady in the audience with a weird fetish. More Ask Wendy is next. make your feed a little more fabulous. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for hot topic updates, candid pictures, and of course, behind-the-scenes dish. Get in on the conversation today. We're back with more Ask Wendy. Everybody have a seat, except for you.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Manny.
How you doing, Manny?
I'm good, Manny.
Manny?
Yes. You look fabulous, by the way.
Thank you, Manny. You're very cute yourself.
Oh, thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
So, I've been with my boyfriend for a little over a year now.
Uh-huh.
And I have a little secret. Kind of have a foot fetish, and I haven't told him about it. So I don't know if I should tell him first. I'm scared he might run away, by the way. So I don't know if I should tell him first or just go right in it and
Manny,
kiss
can I ask you something?
What's up?
Because, you know, I could never hold on to a desire that I want for a full year. So I applaud you for being able to hold back. Manny, this is not a bad fetish.
No.
You know, I mean, it's bad if you're with somebody who has gruesome feet.
Oh, no, it's not bad. It's not bad.
But it's not a bad fetish. I would tell him and then begin caressing.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait, one more quickie. How you doing?
Hey, Wendy, my name is Priscilla. How you doing?
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi, I'm a young mother with a 14-year-old daughter, and she's starting to like boys, and she wants to date. I want her to focus on school, and I don't want her to go behind my back and try to have a boyfriend. Yeah. Should I allow her to date? What should I do, Whitney?
No boyfriends and girlfriends until you're 15 and a half. Here's the thing. Because we're in the same boat right now, you can go out with groups of friends. If there's a girl there that you like, maybe you all can sit one row down in the movies from your friends. But there would be no boyfriends or girlfriends until you're 15 and a half. Good luck, Mom. Up next, everybody, Jordan Knight, Nick Carter are here, and they're going to perform. Guests are members of two of the most successful boy bands of our time, the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block. And today they're here to perform their new jam. It's called Switch, off their new album called Nick and Knight. Give it up for Nick Carter and Jordan Knight.
That's right. Come on. No question, girl, your love has got me feeling up. Ain't nothing between us. Hey, I get excited. Girl, let me tell you something. You got my heart jumping, got my whole body bumping. Can't get enough of you, baby. Before too long, you're sweating. We both anticipating, 'cause there ain't no use waiting. Hey, you got me saying, alright, 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 alright. I wanna stop. Where my love begins. Hey, it ain't no question. Ooh, and anytime you smile, you know you drive me wild, yeah. It ain't no guessing. Girl, let me tell you something. You got my heart jumping, got my whole body bumping. Can't get enough of you, oh, before too long we sweating. We both anticipating. Girl, there ain't no use waiting.
Congratulations on the tour.
Thank you.
What can we expect to see when we see you?
I mean, stuff like that.
More
like that. We got a funky band behind us. We do a set in the show. It's a '90s set. We do like an ode to the '90s, like the thong song, No Diggity, TLC.
I like it. And congratulations on the success of your reality show on VH1. Very nice. Now, and you. Let me ask him about the wedding first.
Okay.
Then I'll get to you. Okay. So you were best man at Donnie's wedding, or no? You were at the wedding.
The new kids on the block were the groomsmen.
Groomsmen.
Yeah.
It
was a real honor. It was a beautiful occasion.
What did you give Donnie and Jenny for a gift?
We went to the wedding. Yeah. We were there. Our presence was our present.
Okay, Nick, you have to tell me about this laser fat melt that you got, please.
Yes. Okay. It's called Zerona. Actually, it was on the TV show, the VH1 TV show that we're on, and it's a non-invasive treatment where they just use infrared on you, and if you want to like lose some weight, on top of working out and dieting at the same time, if you want.
Look,
come on. He doesn't need to lose weight. Look at this guy.
All right, one more thing. I promised I was going to ask. How much was it?
I don't know.
Zerona.
Yeah, it's called Zerona.
All right, it's Zerona.
You can see it on VH1 on my TV show.
Thank you both for being here. I love the song. You guys are great. Their album is called Nick and Night. It's in stores and on iTunes now. Everybody in the studio audience, you're all going home with your copies. We'll be right back. Come here and celebrate their birthdays. You could be any place, but you choose to be here. Thank you. I also want to thank Tasha Smith and Nick Carter and Jordan Knight and my lovely co-host, my studio audience. Tomorrow, guess who's coming over? Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is here tomorrow, and I've got you on all the latest juicy hot topics. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy.